Who say Yishun no good? Huh? Yishun can fetch $1.2 million there. Producer, you buy where? Oh, what already? What lah? Hai Di Lao. Many of you may have seen these two articles that was posted today at the time of recording, 9th of April 2024. It says HDB resale flats rise at a slower pace of 0.3% in March. Next, demand for larger HDB flat push up resale prices. Look like good news. Volume dip again in March. So if you look at all the articles, they will show you a lot of numbers, a lot of facts and figures, but basically don't tell you what you should be doing. So today, this video, I'm going to give you my honest opinion, what you should be doing, who should be selling, who should be holding. This is my honest review so that you can have a clearer understanding of whether should you or should you not do it. And why am I saying this is because you have seen a lot of Facebook videos. They'll say that, oh, your property lease decay, there are more houses, HDB blocks around your area, so your property price will go down. HDB is not an asset, it's a liability. CPF accrued interest. I'm going to debunk all these things so that you as a consumer clear all the noises in your mind so that you can make a decision for yourself based on your current situation. And by saying that, I'll be talking about a few scenarios. Some you should sell, some you shouldn't sell, depending on your life stage and depending on your income as well. So if you enjoy content like this so far, do me a favor, tap the like button because it will help the channel a great deal. Thank you so much. So how this video is going to be like is, number one, we'll run through the article very quickly. Next, I will be debunking the myths of holding on to the HDB flat, because people always tell you cannot hold HDB flat, it's not an asset. I'll be debunking some of the myths. And last but not least, who should be selling and who should be holding on to the HDB flat. If you haven't read it, actually don't need to read. If you want to read, don't forget we actually have a Telegram group chat where we upload daily news whenever I can, especially when there are interesting things. And if you are worried that you'll miss videos like this, we also ping the video there. So if you want to go and look at all the links, all the articles there, so you can make a sound decision when you're buying a property, don't just watch this video or other videos, read the news yourself. HDB resale price rise at a slower pace of 0.3% in March. Again, it's telling you maybe you should sell a property. Because you see, grow very fast. After that, plateau. Plateau already, next thing is what? People will say drop lah. The thing is, whether should you do it or not, it depends on the situation. I will talk about it at the end. Once again, prices of HDB flats go up. A lot of content, a lot of 0.3%, 0.5%. Therefore, sales momentum may have slowed in the light of sharper price increase over the last 6 months. Yes, the price has gone very, very fast. Also, if you ask me, resale price usually, why is a bit slower? They said here, the BTO also plays a part. How the government helped to protect the prices of HDB flat to make sure that it don't go up super fast and it don't tank. Is by adjusting the supply. So when there are more HDB BTO flats, it gives the buyers more option. Because today, when you're buying things, in today's era, I always say, young people are very spoiled one. They want to buy new and buy old. Which one? People rather wait for the new one. But this is how the mind is like. Of course, some people, they are in their stage where they need to settle down fast, got kids already. Some people, they just feel that waiting is a waste of time. They rather get it straight up. They can enjoy the space. Their MOP can start immediately. Okay, so everyone has their own way of planning their finance. But long story short, this is how government control. 9A Boon Tiong Road, 1.45 million, 1.765 square feet, multi-generation flat in Yishun, fetch $1.2 million. But this is a rare one because it's a multi-generation flat, right? So it's not a normal flat. In Hougang, 6 executive apartments were sold for at least $1 million each. Okay, so the wait-out period is temporary measure throughout in September to cool the market. So back then there was a 15 months wait. Highest transacted, 7 of the $9 million were in Toa Payoh. Good, Toa Payoh Crest project, excellent. So you see today, if you want to buy a BTO flat, usually I would think that you will be good to buy the better location. Many of my friends, I tell them maybe you just forgo the better location lah. Why? Because the 10-year wait-out period freaking don't make sense. If you ask me, 10 years, so many things can change. Really depends. So if let's say you only have one shop and one house, and you will think that you will never ever want to stay in a condo. My friends all say, I will never ever. I won't consider property investment. Then just go for the $1 million Toa Payoh, 10 years MOP, don't care, because you can buy stocks and shares, trade bonds, trade option, all this and make your money, and you have been proven super good at it and consistent and disciplined. Then go lah. But personally, I won't lah. But because this Toa Payoh Crest, right, don't have the 10-year MOP. So that's why it makes sense for them to go for it. Okay, so long story short, I think it helped to support the overall pricing from going down. But to be fair, I just sold one Ghim-moh HDB flat. At this point of recording, we just optioned the unit. It's a 40-over-year-old flat. It was transacted at $468,000. My client bought it 10 years ago. Till this day, the property is still appreciated. So some people say that, yeah, lease decay very hard to sell. I don't know lah. I mean, from this is lean a bit more towards like newer properties are better. But then again, the cost of holding the newer property will be higher as well. So it really depends on the attributes of this property. If you're looking for an old property, HDB flat, 3 room, 4 room, 5 room, I would say you can buy, but try to manage the renovation part. Because renovation is the one that you cannot get back. Like my house, right? I bought it at $4, example. I sold it at $5.50. People say, wow, bro, you what? But actually, right, I spent $500,000 to renovate the house. So actually, 1/3 of my profit is actually taken away from the renovation. And the time that I invest into that property is so much. So should you do it? Depends on the situation. Personally, I think in a nutshell, if you need to spend a lot of renovation, move on to the next one. Many of us often hear lease decay is an issue. Secondly, is your CPF accrued interest. So first I want to talk about CPF accrued interest. To me, depends on your age. Let's say today you are a mid to high income bracket. Let's say we're talking about 10 to 15,000 a month income kind of thing. And you are contributing CPF OA of close to $3,000 for a couple every single month. Your CPF that you use accrued over 10 years will be times 12. 3,000 times 12 is 36K, multiplied by 10 is 360,000, and you use 0.025, you multiply 10 times, this will get your entire CPF accrued interest. And my question here is, CPF accrued interest not your money, meh? Also your money, what? And when you want to buy property, right, and if you are somebody that's buying properties, CPF is also a form of capital that you can use to buy the property. And after you hit the age of 55 years old, you start to slowly take back your CPF. Basically, CPF still your money, still can invest. So if you ask me, technically CPF is just money, it's just in CPF currency. So CPF accrued interest, not a big deal. Just try to save up more cash as much as you can. If you can save up enough cash, actually having more CPF is good because CPF pay out 2.5% per annum. After you sell your house, you don't do anything, 2.5%. When you turn 65 years, you can withdraw. So long story short, CPF accrued interest, not a problem. Next, the lease decay. You check back, Ghim Moh property. So old already. I look at the HDB flats in Ghim Moh. Hougang right now, I'm selling the EA. I'm listing it at $1.1 million. And one day I can receive 3 to 4 inquiries. And it's old. So if you ask me, can you keep or should you sell? I would think that today lease decay doesn't really matter that much. Not to the extent that you should be rushing to sell your house. It can be a reason for you to sell, but don't be over bothered by that. This morning I met one of my clients. They also worry about this decay. That's why they are stuck at this property because they cannot buy the new one that's very small. Neither do they want to buy a big one that they feel they got lease decay. You are just half right lah. The other part, you still have to look at the fundamentals of the property, level of scarcity and whatnot. It's a totally different video, which if you're interested to know, leave a comment on the property that you're considering and my view on that. Or if not, you can message me. This is my WhatsApp number. Give me a call. I can give you a quick rundown what I think about this property. But basically, as long as you fulfill the quality of a good property, lease decay doesn't really that much. So much for debunking the myths. Let me know what you think inside the comments. You agree or don't agree? Let me know. Now to the last part. As promised, who should hold and who should sell. I'll give you 2 examples on each. First, I want to talk about who should hold. If today you are in your 50s and you don't really have a lot of cash savings to buy a next property and you're holding on to a HDB flat which is big, near your parents, near everything, it's almost fully paid off already, I would think that maybe keeping on to the property would be a good idea. Next, also today, if let's say you're on the entry-level income, sometimes people tell you, take the cash first, take the cash. And you tend to want to compare what people buy and whatnot, and then you start to make stupid decisions. Because why sell your house, take the money, spend the money on things that you don't like to impress the people you don't care with the money you don't have. So these 2 profiles, I think you have nothing much to move on next, which is a better plan, right? Don't sell. Next, for those who should be selling, today let's say you are moving closer to your family and either you are the elderly parent or you have an elderly parent that is staying elsewhere and this property already made some money. Let's say you are able to sell off the property, move closer to one another. Let's say the property price goes up another 0.3% and you sell now. Do you know? The next property you buy also go up 0.3%. Wow. It's across the board on average. And if let's say you find the right property to progress to, right, maybe this property can outperform the average performance of the overall. Moving on to the next one, if let's say you have a better plan, moving nearer to your parents, I would think that you should consider selling, moving on closer to the parents because their time is precious. They are in their 60, 70, so you're also losing the opportunity to spend time with them. So cutting down on traveling to your family, very, very important. Next, who should sell? And you should sell and you don't sell, I feel it's a waste. If you are on a higher tier of the income, you can afford to upgrade to a condo. specifically even to a new launch, or you can sell one, buy two, and you're not doing it because you think that no lah, there are other financial vehicles, I would think that it's a bit wasted, because Singapore real estate actually have one of the lowest interest rate in the entire world, because we have one of the most resilient real estate markets in the world. So in a nutshell, today, who should sell? If you can upgrade comfortably, you should do it. Secondly, moving closer to your parents or your kids, that one very important. Who shouldn't sell? If let's say your income really cannot do much, I think maybe you should stay put. Think of what other ways you can to make more money. Think of how to increase your wealth first. Secondly, let's say if today you're at the age whereby you cannot loan much and your income also not that high. So I also think that maybe this you can stay put. Again, same. Back to how to increase your income, find side hustle. And that's all I have for today. Let me know what you think about this video. In the comments, I'll be happy to hear from you, or if you have a specific profile you're unsure of what to do, I'll be happy to assist as well. And if I actually have enough requests, I don't mind doing a video just for your specific profile so that it can help you. And with that, as usual, if you enjoy watching content like this, support the channel by liking this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notification bell because we post weekly real estate videos like this. So with that said, I'll see you at the next one. Bye.